welcome back to our tech show talking about civil engineering. With me, Johanna. At this moment, we will discuss about, of course, civil engineering, but we will compare with now and then. Today, we have folks guest star. There is Mr. Johannes Latuheru from Stanford University as a lecturer and construction observer. Hello, Mr.
Hello, Johanna.
Miss Christine from the Field Health and Safety Consultant. Hello, Miss Christine. Mr. Radit as a job observer. Hello, Mr. Radit.
Hello.
And Mr. Julio, who will share his work experience. Hello, Mr. Julio. Okay, guys. Talking about civil engineering now with technology, there is increasingly developing and natural resource as decreasing. First, I'm going to ask to Mr. Johannes Latuheru. Okay, as a civil engineering graduate, it is definitely the mind to create an environmentally friendly building. Can you explain what is meant by environmentally buildings and what are the benefits to the environmentally sector? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Johanna. And hello, everyone. My name is Zefania Ardito Johannes Latuheru, and I'm a lecturer at the University of Stanford in California. I'm also a construction observer, and I've been working as an observer since 1992. So the concept of environmentally friendly building or green building concept is the creation of construction from the planning, implementation, and use of construction products that are environmentally friendly and efficient in energy and resource use and low cost, and pay attention to the health and comfort of the occupants while adhere to sustainable principles. And green buildings must also be started with land use that is in accordance with the urban spatial planning and is an allotted area. In addition, green buildings also pays attention to the level of operation to its maintenance operation. And the benefits of green buildings development include environmental benefits, economic benefits, and social benefits. The benefit for the environment is that it can reduce the use of the Earth's energy to generate electricity and the discharge of groundwater or because water to rainwater. And for economic benefits, it can reduce costs for paying for water and electricity. And the last for social benefits, the people can be purpose because of reduced monthly expenses. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry, Johanna, your microphone is muted. Your microphone.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, it means that environmentally friendly building has many benefits, but from the economic, social, and most importantly, for the environmental itself. Well, based on the themes today, civil engineering now and then, can you explain about the development of environmentally friendly buildings from time to time?
Okay, so we are based on the early 2000s. In those years, there have been many discussions about global issues that will occur in the future. Many have planned regarding environmental issues, such as global warming, and there are plans to start build environmentally friendly buildings. They plan to build environmentally friendly buildings because buildings are one of the factors that make global warming in this world continue to grow. With the increasing number of buildings being built, many trees were cut down for the development land. And yeah, from there we can, from then global warming is getting worse. Entering the year of 2010 and above, the effects of global warming have begun to be felt. Symptoms have appeared and environmental changes are clearly visible. It was around the same year that environmentally friendly buildings began to develop, and some were already built, like Pixel Building in Australia. Time is passing, and the development of environmentally friendly building has improved a lot. There have many modern technologies applied to environmentally buildings. For example, solar panel technology to supply electricity and technology to filter rainwater to consumption water and others. With the current situation, the role of environmentally friendly buildings is very important. These buildings can be example for others buildings to be able to apply environmentally friendly concept to house or offices. And in the future, environmentally friendly buildings will certainly be spread evenly because the earth is getting worse and the more people will be aware to change their bad habits which can damage the environment and on this earth. So that's all. Thank you, Joanna.
Okay, thank you, Mr. From the explanation from Mr., we understand that is always constantly developing technology as well. And we, as technology user, must be able to make the best use of it. Once again, thank you, Mr. And well, talking about
You're
buildings,
welcome.
Ms. Christine, how important it is to maintain health and safety in building. Please tell it for us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Johanna, and hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Christina Ekasi. I'm a health and safety consultant at the Successful People Company. So, occupational safety and health is very important to prevent the possibility of accident and occupational diseases. In every activity, occupational safety and health are the main value that must be considered. Each individual is responsible for himself and the environment around him. That's it.
Okay, for your explanation, it turns out that maintaining safety and health in work is very important. Then, what are the hazards that often arise in contraction and occupational health that many occur at this time?
Okay. There are several types of occupational health and safety hazard, such danger of falling, material hazard, physical hazard, and psychological hazard. Okay, the danger of falling can happen while working at the height without using adequate PPE. For material hazard can happen where hazardous material are not stored properly, so that raises the experience. For physical temperature, stiffness, psychological hazard includes residue workload, harassment, violence, and so on, which can trigger mental disorders in workers.
Okay, it means that working in a construction site is dangerous, but that may be avoided, right? For Miss Christine Joseph, are there any tips and tricks in maintaining occupational health and safety in construction?
Okay, there are some tips for maintaining occupational health and safety. Like first, do not underestimate the danger they may occur. Second is involving every element to support occupational health and safety. And next is always use PPE or personal protective equipment, include helmet, glasses, gloves, shoes, and all form of equipment needed. Next is planning carefully, like a field survey before doing a work. And last but not least is always obey the rule.
Okay, thank you, Miss. And this in the current era, does technology have an effect on occupational health and safety?
Yes, it does. Uh, in the ancient time, technology that supported the safety and health for worker was not well developed, especially since there's no regulation governing the safety and health of worker when working in the field. However, today the technology and regulation for worker health and safety are more developed, and I'm sure in the future technology will develop even more.
Okay, thank you, Miss Christine. We know how to get tips and tricks in maintaining health and safety in working in the construction sector. More than that, for our viewers, wherever you are, for now, we are faced by the COVID-19 pandemic. Stay healthy, Always wash your hand and use a mask when leaving the house. Don't forget to avoid the crowd to reduce the risk of spreading this virus. Stay healthy, everyone. Okay. By the way, talking about civil engineering again, today we also coming to you someone. We welcome Mr. Adit. Hello, Mr. Adit.
Hello, thanks Johanna. I
Okay,
am
as a
sorry.
job observer, what are the possible jobs for a civil engineering graduate?
Uh, Hello, I am Raditya from Job Observer. A civil engineering graduate can work as a civil engineer. Civil engineers apply knowledge of planning, designing, supervising construction, as well as structures and facilities under the direction of engineering staff. There are several civil engineering graduate jobs, namely the first is civil engineer. Civil engineer, one of the jobs. Civil engineer department is responsible for design, management, supervising construction projects carried out together with civil technicians and other workers. For example, roads projects, railroads, airports, bridges, ports, canals and dams, irrigation projects, and much more. The second is aquatic resources engineer. Basically, this job is similar to the job of a civil engineer. However, it focus more on develop and that optimize marine resources and keep them away from wrong development and has an impact on population. Water is very important in life. Currently, the construction project is prioritizing in drainage system and good water quality. The third is construction consultant. There is also a job from civil engineering department that provides advice and construction project, starting from giving suggestion on design ideas to building techniques. The projects that are usually carried out are toll road projects, bridges, pipelines, water control system, and so on. The fourth is government and BUMN employees. Graduate of civil engineering department can also become employees in government. You can work at regional and national development planning agencies, PMU Binaraga, Ministry of Energy and Enterprises, terus Waskita Karya, Utama Karya, PLN, and Telkom Indonesia. One of the that you can place is to become a supervisor and investigator of government property and infrastructure. It's a job that you can place. In fact, government property to ensure compliance with contractual agreements and exciting government regulation. All these jobs have a different salary. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. for your explanation. As someone would just graduate, give specific tips for finding a job.
Okay, as someone who just graduate and the tips that I provide are often to read and look for information from anywhere. Besides that, we also have to maintain relationship with colleagues so that we are also easy to find a job. Thank you, Miss Johanna.
Thank you, Mr. Radit. For you guys who just graduate, you can use the tips for Mr. Radit that look for information from anywhere. Nah, as a direct illustration today, we are also inspired someone who is already working in the field of civil engineering. Uh, Please welcome Mr. Julio. Halo, Mr. Julio.
Okay, thank you, Johanna. Uh, Hello, I'm Julio. Now I work in one of the project in Jogja. namely the construction of a 10-story building, and I was the foreman. I'm currently uh, busy taking care of the project in Jogja, which is an apartment, and in the process, I work as a foreman in the project.
Okay, very interesting. Actually, what are the duties of foreman in a project, Mister?
Okay. Opportunity seekers, job opportunity seekers for their working group, daily supervisor of borders and workers in the implementation of work, trainer, goodies of the builders and workers. Construction foremen take it by the leading and making the activities of the missions and workers in the implementation of the construction work. Uh, I will using the smart and the early execution of the work, so that is in accordance with the classical the like the classical target. Um, Again, quality is determined in the plan. Reading, understanding, working Darwin's translate then in into in, into operational step. Production file, observation, and measure calculation, the setting for the way of work, operation agreements and tools, calculation, the unit price of labor cost, negotiation, the whole price of the work, make, make a work, make a work schedule and plan. Prepare an organization, the division of tasks for leaders and workers, oversight activities of builders and workers in doing work, overseeing the activities of craftsmen and workers in carrying out work, implementation of safety and health measuring and calculation the result of work. OPNI report the result of work implementation, activities and calculation payment.
Okay, thank you, Mister. It means that foreman has lots of work. So, if it's in your himself, what kind in there is the of foreman?
Okay. Uh, Sharing my experience as a foreman is that I'm regret to always work hard and carefully, but in calculation in incoming got a rough beside I have to everything at work, but the hint that there is an extraordinary experience that God I come to enter it the structure of the building and listen to stories from other workers in the project, also to my relationship.
Okay, the last question. What advice do you give perspective for civil engineer based on who are currently engineering?
Okay. Uh, to say them, will I'll give you advice for those of you was are you actually studying as a civil engineering. Pre congratulations, you have a talent and extraordinary work. Well, long way to go for those who are working and the result, what you reap is the result of what you plan. Keep going to shame and give the best yourself.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Julius, for your explanation. And thanks, I would say thanks to my search, Mr. Jahar Slatuheru, Miss Christine, and Mr. Radya, and Mr. Julio. It doesn't feel like time has passed. The conclusion of in this discussion is now in the construction environmentally friendly building is very important to do. In addition, caring or development, we must pay attention to health and environmental safety. It should be that civil engineering graduate can work in civil fields such as civil engineers and several others that have been mentioned by Mr. Adit. Based on Mr. Julio's experience, becoming a civil engineering person is not easy. We must don't give up and always keep trying to give the best of us. Okay, it looked like the conversation this time has to end. I hope that what we discussed today can be of benefit to all participants. I'm Johanna as a host. Apologies if there is a wrong words that and other things that are not acceptable. Thanks for attention, guys, and see you.
See you. Thank you.
Thank you. See you.